Offering my most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Mother Sai. Loving Sai Ram, dear brothers and sisters of the Sai family in Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, and around the globe. Let us begin by acknowledging the First Nations people of Australia upon whose land we meet. We pay our respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging. We also acknowledge the traditional elders in New Zealand and Fiji. Welcome to another very special Ladies' Day devotional offering. This evening, our humble offering commences with a talk by Sister Anuradha Krishnamoorthy from Chennai. Anuradha is the daughter and disciple of Sangeetha Kalanidhi Palghat.K.V. Narayanaswamy and Srimati Padma Narayanaswamy. She had most of her tutelage from both her mother and father. Anuradha also had lessons from Padma Bhushan, Sri.Semmangudi, Srinivasa Iyer, and Srimati M.S.Subbulakshmi, and her daughter Radha Vishwanathan. She obtained a master's degree in music from the University of Madras and is currently working towards achieving a doctorate. Sister Anuradha is an A-grade artist in All India Radio and the national television network Doordarshan, India. Sister has been on concert tours in many countries, both as a solo performer and with her parents. She has been a visiting professor at the Tamil Nadu Government Music College and also at Sri Sathya Sai Mirpuri College of Music, Prasanthi, Nilayam. Anuradha, by divine ordinance, had the rare opportunity to perform in the physical presence of our beloved Swami on 22nd October 2004 during Dasara festival. This remains the most ever unforgettable and life-changing moment for her. Please join me in welcoming our loving Sai sister, Anuradha.
Sairam to one and all in Australia, New Zealand, and other parts of the world wherever this is being shown. My heartfelt thanks to Swami for giving me this beautiful opportunity to speak about him. I love to speak about him. So that's the only thing I can say. Any other qualification, I am, I don't even come in the meter. So I'd like to begin this sharing with a small composition on Lord Ganesha. Please bear with me. My voice is not so great today, but then of course that's not for me to decide, that's for Swami to decide. Shri Ganesha Charanam Gajanana Devar Munivar Paniyum Dayakara Shri Ganesha Sharanam Gajana Devar Munivar Paniyum Dayakara Shri Ganesha Sharanam Nagabharaname Namare Potrum Nagabharaname Namare Potrum Namane Pranavaroopane Jaya Shri Ganesha Sharanam Gajanana Devar Munivar Paniyum Dayakara Shri Ganesha Charanam Padam Nambum Ramadasa Varadane Padam Nambum Ramadasa Varadane Modaka Priyane Gauri Sutane Adidevar Unadarull இல்லையேல் வேதனும் மாலும் செய்தொழ உண்டோ ஸ்ரீ கணேச சரணம் கஜானன தேவர் முனிவர் பணியும் தயா கராய் ஸ்ரீ கணேச சரணம் சரணம் சரணம். In all our lives, Swami has been guiding this entire cosmos, being with the entire cosmos through all their sojourns. In the case of human beings, reincarnations. In the case of animals, well, according to each living, non-living thing's evolutionary level, that it has always been there. I'm going to start off by sharing with you the concert in the Divine Presence. It was 2004, 22nd October. That was that year's Dashara festival, and that was the Mahanavami day, or the Saraswati Puja day as it's commonly known. Before this, I have to tell you how it came about and how it led to Swami's one sentence that encapsulated my or this soul's entire existence. On September 30th, me and my friend, we were in Puttaparthi. We went for Swami's darshan, and I had, apart from being a musician, I'm also an actress. So I was just doing this television series by one of the greatest directors, K. Balachandra, and it was called Sahana, Sindhu Bhairavi Part 2. Sindhu Bhairavi was a very famous movie which he had done, and the story had a lot of loose ends. And so this television series was a continuation of that. Just a small note about it. And it was very popular, and I became extremely famous and well known, to the extent that it started becoming claustrophobic. My observation now is Swami is the only person who is capable and can handle being a celebrity in the true sense of the term celebrity or idol or whatever. I don't think the rest of the, at least I couldn't do it. I don't know about the other celebrities, but I was just completely getting claustrophobic. That time, before going to Puttaparthi, I prayed to Swami, look Swami, I do not want anyone to recognize me. No coming and telling me, oh, you did this thing well, oh, you did that well, nothing. Because I just want to concentrate on you. And so please do not, I repeat, do not make people come to me and say that. Because by then I had had enough experience of this going on. And this was a serious plea to Swami. It was not a false modesty or anything. And, and I went. And on 30th, after darshan, one lady comes to me and says, her name is Mangalam. Oh, I'm a big fan of yours. Oh, you did the scene so well. Oh, you did blah, blah, blah. And I was telling Swami, what was that prayer I made to you? And looks like you weren't listening to it. And so she goes on. And then she said, oh, you must sit in the front row. I said, no, I'm quite happy sitting in the back row. I love to see Swami like that. And then she said, you must sing in front of Swami. Now that I hadn't thought of at all. And if not here, at least in the music college. And I said, oh, okay. And I just left it at that. And she didn't leave it at that. She said, no, you go and see the principal right away. And my friend, she pinched my arm and she said, why not? And I said, what? I've never done something like this before. I've never gone and asked anybody for an opportunity. What is this new thing? And she said, no. We'll just go. And okay, she's my best friend, so I just went along with her. And this lady guided us to that quarters where the staff of the music college was. The principal wasn't there. And we all know Mr. Anil Kumar, and we're all fans of his speech and the way he speaks about Swami. I think his house was open or something, but we had heard enough of Mr. Anil Kumar, and believe me, we went only to express our happiness. Sir, we love the way you talk about Swami, just that. So he asked me about me and everything, and I just said I'm a musician, and he became very interested. And my friend said, oh, she's also an actress, and she's doing this serial. And he became even more interested. And he was, before we went to the principal, it so happened that in my bag, a brochure of mine was there. And she said, no, we must take this with us to the principal. I said, okay, fine. So we gave my brochure. He saw the brochure. And he said, oh, wonderful and everything. He said, you should be meeting Chetana. She will arrange for you to sing in front of Swami. And well, that just rolled. And so we went. We didn't know where she was. And then he guided us to her. So we went there. And by then, this thing got lodged inside me that, okay, I like to sing in front of Swami. That thing went inside. Okay, I can ask if it is me wanting to, sing in front of Swami. That's something I can certainly ask. She wasn't there, so we went to the kitchen, and I love cutting vegetables and all that. So we just did some vegetable cutting and everything, and by the time we had dinner and came, I think she'd come. So we went to a place and we introduced ourselves and gave her the brochure. And to my surprise, on her table, there were about 100 brochures. Lot of people wanting to, perform in Swami's presence. So I just noticed that, and I was thinking, well, and they were all very famous musicians. Now, how is this going to happen for me? And that was just a thought, and it went away. And she said, okay, I'll give this to Swami, and the decision is his. But in the meantime, I can make you sit in the front row. Okay. Okay, so the next day she made us sit in the front row, and then it was beautiful. We came back to Madras, Chennai, and so it rolled October 4th, October 5th, October 9th, 8th, 9th, and Chetana calls me and she says, Swami has not said anything. I don't know what to say. And she says, we always have this tension within us. And for new artists, we are not able to tell them, and we don't know how to make them understand that with Swami, it is, it's different. It's not like, oh, we plan and okay, go sing. It's not like that. So I said, no problem, no problem. The very fact that you've given the brochure to Swami, that's good enough. But honestly, in my heart, that wasn't good enough. By then, my wanting to sing in front of Swami kind of grew and grew and grew. So, but I said this to her, but in my heart, no, that wasn't enough. I prayed to Swami. And then I started preparing. Okay, these will be the items I will sing in front of Swami. Will it be this? Will it be this? Will it be that? All that. I had this in my mind that if and when I do get to sing in front of Swami, I will sing this bhajan, Koti Pranam, Shat Koti Pranam. So that was, and so it rolled into 12, into 13. Now, 22nd is the 9th day, which means 9 days before the Dashara begins. And at home, I had lied and said, oh, it's all confirmed. She asked me to keep 21st and either 19th or 21st or 22nd free. So I just lied here saying, oh, it's all confirmed. I'm having a concert, blah, blah. I didn't tell them that this was a suspense. Didn't know how they would take it. So I booked the tickets. Then Chetana said, no, you booked the tickets, say for 18th. Come anyway, and you will get darshan for sure. So we booked the tickets for 18, and I booked accompaniments from Bangalore and everything. And she sent the car to Bangalore station for me. And as we were nearing Puttaparthi, on the mountains, I see a beautiful rainbow. It was a sunny day, mind you, but I see a beautiful rainbow. It reminded me of Diana Baskin, the husband seeing the rainbow. And it felt like a beautiful welcome from Swami. And we went. We were there, 20th, no news. 21st, no news, but we had darshan and everything. And on 22nd morning, Chetana comes running. She's panting and she comes running to the room. They put me up at Shanti Bhavan. I'm telling you, Swami saw to it that I was treated like royalty. And for me, from then on, that has always been the cue. Whenever I got invited to sing somewhere or anything, and whenever it was by Swami, which was all the time, I can always see that the welcome would be very warm, the concert would go on extremely well, the journey would be very nice. So it was always very nice like that. And it still is. And then she comes running to Shanti Bhavan. She says, Swami got Mr. Anil Kumar announced that we will be singing this evening, be performing. And he asked, he said to Chaitanya, I believe, are you happy now? Like that. So she was happy. One side of me was utterly happy. And the other side of me, that's when my fear really started, because Swami knows every kriti, and his tonal alignment and his rhythmic alignment is like top notch, perfect. I didn't want to make a mistake. All these things were going on. And Swami, if one could say it like that, the saint composer Tyagaraja, I think the biggest publicity has always been Swami. He lived some 285 odd years ago, and nobody has given Tyagaraja Swami this kind of publicity except Swami. Always in most of his discourses, Tyagaraja says this, Tyagaraja sang that. So I was going to sing mainly Tyagaraja compositions and then this bhajan. So I wanted it, all the words. I don't want to make a mistake and blah blah and everything. So I go. They give me a rose, and I am to give this to Swami and speak only if Swami, if he speaks to me. That was perfectly fine, because I wasn't sure if I would be able to speak even if Swami spoke. So we will not have that fear of me speaking before Swami speaks. So I went to Swami. What they had done was they had put a nice stage. At that time, Swami used to sit in front of that Ganesha, right? And they put a stage to his left, a nice stage. And when I went to him, he suddenly he took the rose from me. He said, "Oh, thank you, Bangaru, thank you, Bangaru." Friends, brothers and sisters, that voice, I had a broken heart, because my father had passed away a couple of years before 2002 he passed away. And I had a broken heart. My father is one of the greatest musicians India has ever produced. And we are 8th generation musicians. And we are Tyagaraja Swami's direct disciple lineage. They passed away, and I was having a broken heart. Because of that, I lost my voice too. But listening to that, "Oh, thank you, Bangaru, Bangaru," was like an ointment for that broken heart. That honey voice. I mean, listening to Swami's voice, I think a sore throat would just become all right. Of course, I say this because I love Swami. That's a different matter. But as a musician too, there are no scratches. It's a smooth, beautiful voice Swami has. So, and I was so taken up with so much love, and he knew the hurt, and then he spoke to me in Telugu, and I knew a few words in Telugu, and I was not going to pretend like I knew Telugu, because this is Swami, right? Then he said, "Telugu Tarima," means, "Do you know Telugu?" I said, "No, Swami, Teriyadu Swami." And he said, "Ayyo papam." Oh poor, oh dear, it translates as that. And suddenly Swami got up. And I was thinking, why is he getting up? Maybe he's not going to listen to the concert or something. And I was thinking, only to see that he wanted the chair to the side, and he didn't want my stage to the left. He wanted me to sit where he had sat. At that time, I didn't realize that. It was only later on my mridangist, my accompanist, who said, "Did you notice that Swami wanted you to sit where he sat?" I didn't notice any of that. And so they immediately brought, just something for me to sit on, and we placed the mic, and we all sat. And from my father, I had always learned that when you sing in front of saints, when you're in front of the Lord, you always ask for permission. May I start? But these people, they had said, there's no need to ask in the mic whether you want to start or anything. You ask in your heart. And I did. And Swami was looking somewhere here, and I said, "Swami, may I start?" In my heart. And he turned one swift turn, and he did this. Even now, when I think of that, I'm sorry, friends, I get emotional because he just does that. I started with the Pancharatna Kritis, and it goes like this. Indra Mahabhagu Andariki Vandanamu. There are so many great things. To all of them, I pay obeisance. That's the meaning, and that's how it begins. And I started with that, and I sang, and concert was about 40 minutes. I sang Koti Pranam. And my friend was telling me that in Koti Pranam, whenever that word Sai Ram came, Swami would be listening like this, I believe, like this. And whenever that came, he would look at me. Like as if, if somebody called me Anuradha, I look at them, right? Like that. Truly. And I meant every time I said Sai Ram, I meant it. I was calling out to him. And I'll just sing that bhajan. Pranam Shatakoti Pranam Deenanath Koti Pranam Shatakoti Pranam Deenanath He Deenanath Saira He Deenanath Saira तुम हो भक्तों के युग अवतार तुम हो भक्तों के युग अवतारा तुम हो नंद नंद के लाला भक्तिपुरीश्वर साई गोपाला पुटपतीश्वरा पुटपती ईश्वरा साई गोपाला भक्तिपुरीश्वर साई गोपाला दीननाथ साईं हे दीननाथ साईं हे दीननाथ साईं. And then and I asked him in gesture, is it enough, Swami? And he did this. And so I got up, and now this is the most important part of this entire conversation. Monologue, rather. I went near Swami, and as he got up, he said, "Ettini naal wait pannindrundhen." Translating is, how many days I was waiting. I think this was addressed to the soul. When I started this sharing, I said this, it is there with this entire cosmos, animate, inanimate, with everything, everyone guiding it back home. So I believe how many ever incarnations the soul has had, it's just been there all through. And reiterated that it's been there, it will be there. And then he said, எனக்கு ரொம்ப இந்திர மகானுபாவுలు ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும், அதை நீங்க முதல்லயே பாடிட்டேனே, ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். This translates as, I love the composition Indra Mahanubhavulu, and that you sang it as the first composition. I'm so happy. Now here, the Ningo actually means, at least Indians, we say somebody who's older to us, with respect. Again, showing the respect, what we should be doing with each other. Said, Puttaparthi Varno, like that he said twice. Means you must come to Puttaparthi, must come to Puttaparthi, must come to Puttaparthi. And the moment I heard that sentence, how long I've been waiting, my mind, mouth, everything just shut. There was no way I was going to be able to speak anything. And like a tap open, I was just crying. And my friend was telling me that he had sent the boys 3 times inside because he wanted a particular sari for me. And his selection is awesome, really. It's a beautiful sari. His selection is awesome. We stayed the next day, which was the 10th day, the Vijayadashami, and I wore the sari. And he saw me wearing the sari, and he acknowledged I'd be blessed. And what can I say? The thing is, brothers and sisters, that was the lowest point of my life. I had lost my voice. When I teach my students now, I can perfectly understand what a struggle Swami goes through. Getting us to listen to him. Many times we don't see I don't see the bigger picture, and you're arguing with him, and no surrender, and then in my case, I know I can do it, but I would always give options to Swami. Oh, Swami, if you can try it like this, or if you can try it like that. And whenever, by just his grace, for a moment, my ego is not there, he will, come into me and work his magic. And I will get to see my inadequacy in full HD, full clarity. It's not at all possible for me to do anything really. You could plan, and you could, do this and that. And for no reason, we get into this tension zone. And only because I don't surrender. There is no partial surrender. Surrender has to be really complete, because the problem with the partial surrender is my big fat ideas just interfere with his. And just imagine, on the one side, he's trying to do something for me, and on the other side, he has got to block my brilliant opinions and options to him. Oh, could you do it like this, Swami? Oh, could you do it like that? Give me a break. I am exhausting, Swami. He has been so patient. Because I say patient because he not only has to make me understand, when I don't understand and I am in a mess, he also has got to see me suffer. And that's not easy. And that's why I call that unimaginable, monumental patience and compassion. He is constantly working with us. Every second. And now I'm slowly understanding that the only way to combat me is just to keep praying to him. Swami, please make me accept your plans joyfully. Even as I do the prayer, sometimes I say, oh, but please don't give me so much of pain. So many times I'm putting Swami in such a quandary. And so then I will say, okay, Swami, delete it. Now, okay, do whatever you do. Even if it's pain, okay, it's a fine, do it. So slowly, I'm understanding that no conditions to him. Just watch what he does. Give yourself a chance to just watch what he does. Sometimes some situations will just go completely mass. Totally wrong. Everything will just go for a toss. Only for you to see that within a short time, or it could be a long time too, but within some time, what a greater mess it would have been had you gone through it, had you done it. These days, I just pray to Swami, do what you must. This big fat ego is sitting within me. Just do what you see fit. And the mind will also slowly add in, oh, but don't give me so much of pain. And I say, shut up, don't interfere. I'm talking to Swami. You stay away. So I keep doing these things with my mind, and believe me, Swami is helping with that too. He's helping. He helps with whatever you need. The sweet Swami. He's really a beautiful treasure. That, I don't know, some good karma for this planet, huh? And the way he has structured service and the bhajans and service, everything is so in Reiki. They say, I believe that when you do the meditation, you charge, and you need to discharge it too with activity. This is what Swami does in service, because the service somewhere, it charges you, and the physicality in the service discharges it. And slowly, I think it takes you to the no mind zone, and slowly you understand what matters. Fame, name, recognition, just smoke, as Swami says, sealing on desires. That is so practical. So his teachings are so simple, so down to earth, so practical, so much lighter. That's the word I would use. And in Tamil, there was a great saint called Manika Vachakar who was in love with Lord Shiva, I would say with Swami. And his words are Avan Arulale Avantal Vadangi. So even to pray to him, one needs his blessing. But having said that, there is this apparent effort from our side. Just please help me think of you. Just that. So many things have become so clear to me. And there is this word called pokisham. In Tamil, it's called pokisham. It loosely translates as treasure in English, I think. That is Swami. And no one that trusted him are disappointed. Now with this concert, what struck me later on was his faith in me, because it was my lowest point, like I was telling some time ago. My voice was not cooperating so much, and it was almost a lack of people that day. His faith that I won't let him down was what made me sing. And to me, that's the lesson, the reverse. My faith that he'd never let me down. And if push came to shove, I pray to you, Swami, that I'll always choose you first. And no matter how many times that's tested, I hope and pray that I'll always make that choice. And that has always protected me. And even my actress career is he came to my friend in her dream and said the word Sahana. And in another dream, she saw me performing, and on one side the director was directing me, and every few minutes he would look behind him, and Swami was there behind, and like as if, oh, did I do that right? And Swami would do this. Oh, by the way, this morning my friend had a dream. It was about me, I believe, and Swami, in front of Swami, I'm singing one bhajan. He asked me to sing a bhajan, and then I sing another one, and then I sing another one, and like that, the four bhajans he asked me to sing, and and then he's listening. He says bhajans pade, I believe, means sing bhajan, and I'm really tickled pink that I got to sing in front of him. I'd like to conclude this beautiful sharing with a bhajan. Sai Ram, Sai Ram, गाएगी सदा सुबह और शाम. साई राम, साई राम, गाएगी सदा सुबह और शाम. हर एक फल में, हर एक क्षण में, हर एक फल में, हर एक क्षण में भजे हम सदा तेरो नाम. गाएगी सदा सुबह और शाम. भजे हम सदा तेरो नाम. गाएगी सदा सुबह और शाम. साई राम, साई राम, गाएगी सदा सुबह और शाम. कोई कहे तुम जानकी राम, कोई कहे तुम जानकी राम, कोई पुकारो राधे श्याम. कोई कहे तुम जानकी राम, कोई पुकारो राधे श्याम. हमरे लिए तुम साईं भगवान, प्रभो हमरे लिए तुम परति भगवान. प्रभो हमरे लिए तुम शिरडी भगवान. गाएगी सदा सुबह और शाम. गाएगी सदा सुबह और शाम. साई राम, साई राम, गाएगी सदा सुबह और शाम. Thank you, Swami. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this opportunity to share. Thank you very much. And friends, brothers and sisters, thank you very much for this lovely opportunity, and thank you for your patient listening. I just shared what I felt, and no other words. Thank you. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, everyone. On behalf of all of us, let me take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to Sister Anuradha for an inspiring talk and soulful rendition this evening. We thank you so much, Sister, for graciously accepting our invitation and for sharing all your wonderful experiences. Jai Sai Ram.
शम्भो महेशा कैलासवासा मृत्युञ्जया गङ्गाधरा शिवशम्भो शम्भो शम्भो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो भो 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 शम्भो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकर मामव भवसागर तारक गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकर मामव भवसागर तारक भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो 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 निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूप गम गम भूत प्रपंच रहित निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूप गम गम भूत प्रपंच रहित निज गुह निहित नितांत कदंत निज गुह निहित नितांत कदंत आनंद अतिशय अक्षय लिंग आनंद अतिशय अक्षय लिंग भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो दिमि दिमि किटतक तोम तोम तरि किटतक तोम दिमि दिमि किटतक तोम तरि किटतक तोम मतंग मुनिवर वंदित ईशा ईश सभेश सर्वेश दिमित दिमित दिमि दिमि किट तकतुं तों तों तरि किट तकतुं मतंग मुनिवर वंदित ईश सर्वदिगंबर वेष्टित वेश नृत्य निरंजन नृत्य नटेश ईश सभेश साईश शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो 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 शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो शिव शंभो शंभो
ప్రేమ సేవలు రెండు రెక్కలు మనకు ప్రేమ సేవలు రెండు రెక్కలు మనకు పచ్చబలమున పక్షులు ఎగురునట్లు పచ్చ బలమున పక్షులు ఎగురునట్లు ఈ విహంగ మార్గమును అనుసరించి చెరవలెను గమ్యంబు శీఘ్రముగను చెరవలయును గమ్యంబు శీఘ్రముగను శీఘ్రముగను
स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संग समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय। Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food.
Hello everybody, my name is Karanya and I'm currently doing my final year of medical school placements at the Dubbo Base Hospital in rural New South Wales. Out here, there is a limit on the amount of blood and blood products available to us. Earlier this year, during my term in obstetrics and gynecology, I was involved in the care of a 22-year-old first-time mother who was being transferred from Coonamble, a small town a few hours from Dubbo, by ambulance. She was having continuous bleeding for over an hour with a significant drop in her hemoglobin, and this was after the delivery of her baby en route. Even while the patient was taken to the operating theatres, she was receiving warmed fluids, blood and plasma throughout. It really is an entire team of personnel that came together to save this young mother's life. And I feel that sometimes we forget all the work that goes behind the scenes. Thank you to Australian Red Cross Lifeblood for all that you do.